All right, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. So I told you guys, stay tuned because Germany's coming, and here we are. It's the 2024 Q8 e-tron, and it is fully electric. So this is obviously, as everybody probably already knows, from New Orleans. So special shout out to Eddie Curry. Here's his cell. You want to give him a ring. Pause the video right there. I don't know how many more of these has left, but these are one payment leases. This is what Ed Bolian did and a bunch of other people, because there was maybe 2 of these left for the one pay lease. And then it's just, I'm not going to get into the financials. You can you can watch Ed's video on VinWiki, but it's extremely financially astute to do this for a year. We got this car, it had like 6,000 miles on it or so, but yeah, drove it back from New Orleans. Absolutely incredible. I'm gonna say it's probably the quietest car I've ever been in my life. It is unbelievably quiet. It's got double pane glazing on the windows, and obviously it's electric. This car has a very rare option, which is the dual charging port. So this is just a level 2 charging port, and then on the other side, so that's the passenger side, and then on the driver's side you have got level 2 that you can use, or you can use full level 3 charging. I will say we did have an issue where it wouldn't release from there, and you got to press this and then it'll release. I didn't know that. We almost had to call Audi and get the vehicle towed, but gorgeous car, super quiet. I love this metallic white paint. I know it's hard to see. And then obviously everything with Audi now is the Audi Q8 e-tron Quattro, because it has dual motors. We have driven this car back to Georgia from New Orleans. It did really well. I'm gonna say the advertised range is not what it says that it is, but the range that it says it's gonna get is 245. That is not true. Maybe a software update for that, but yeah, it doesn't get the range that it says it's gonna get. But the MMI system is just incredible. It's got that really nice haptic feedback. Maybe you can hear it. And you just touch it and it'll do its thing. It's got all the different driving modes. Obviously efficient is the one that's going to get you the most efficient, with the 4-corner air suspension and everything. Kind of just leave it in auto, just to let it do its thing. The thing that I like the most is when I go back to here and I go to navigation. If I want to put in an address and I hit search, this changes to this screen. So I can go here and hang on, it's doing something crazy because I pressed the wrong button, but it goes back to this. Then what you can do is you can press this button and then you can write on it, and you can see it kind of gives you the little hand and tells you to write. So we can A P P. Yeah. So it'll just pull up like Apple Lane, App Barrel. So that to me is really awesome. And then when it goes back, it just goes back to that. It does have a heated steering wheel. If you press there, this screen comes up. You can turn on the rear, you can sync it, you can turn it off, do AC max, you can turn on your heated steering wheel from there. It actually is a really nice warm steering wheel. It doesn't get too hot. This is your garage door opener. You can program that, and as you're pulling up to the house, just touch it and your garage door opens. Parking cameras. You got this and you can move the car around here like that. The only weird thing is it does not show that the driver's door is open, but it shows it's open here, but not here. So it might not be a real scenario, but then you touch right here or slide it, and then you have all these other views. So that's the front corners view, and open it again. That gives you the front where the bumper's at. That gives you the overhead view, obviously showing that the door is open right there. That is the rear view from the rear bumper. This does have the optional trailer hitch. This is the corners. It does give you the front corners where your tires are. So if you can see, I'll put it in gear, and then I got to get the vehicle to actually start. I put it in gear, and you can see that the tire's turning right there. That shows you where the corners are at right there. And then you expand that out again, and it'll show you the rear tires and where they're at. It does not have rear wheel steering. That would be kind of cool, but it doesn't. But yeah, the cameras on this and the resolution are absolutely incredible. Obviously, this is all your climate controls. They work really, really well. Obviously, once you just set the temperature, you can just forget it. These are your drive modes here. So if you press that, this screen comes up. Obviously, you have different drive modes that you can select from. And there's an all-road, and then there's an off-road. And obviously, with the off-road, that raises the air suspension. And then you can bring it back, and we can just put it in auto for that. And I really love that haptic feedback. It's really nice. You get your traction control off, your hazards, your max defrost and rear. You've got this button here, which is your driver assistant, so you can maximize it, individual it, or make it basic. We leave it on max. Obviously your volume and channel control. So the really nice thing is the passenger can control the radio from from their seat, and then they can adjust the volume, but they can also move tracks. So if they want to listen to something different, because you're busy driving. So obviously this is the shifter. This does not move. This stays in place, but this puts it in drive, puts it in reverse, and then this button on the side right there, you put it into park. And obviously if you put it in, you can hear that noise. Yeah, and the noise goes away. We've got a wireless charger right here. This little clip just slides out of the way, and then your phone can stay right in there on that. You got your 12 volt, you got cup holders here, so you can get these to pop up, or you can pop them down. And then it does have a cover, a couple USB ports right there, and the obligatory Starbucks napkins, and a small cubby. The thing I really like about this is that it slides forward, and then it goes up and holds, up and holds, up and holds, up and holds. So you can have your arm resting kind of wherever you want it, and then it comes back down and slides back in. So that's it's actually a really, really nice feature. I like the little e-tron there. This has this real wood open pore trim on it. This is a Prestige Plus, so it does not have a heads-up display. It does not have the ambient lighting, although the ambient lighting, which would go right there, shows red occasionally. There's nothing under here. It'd be kind of neat if there was a little tray that slid out and you put your phone in. It's got a big old glove box right here, nice little pen holder and a little card holder right there. So lots of room in there, a nice light in there. I will say the thing I've loved the most, but no one's ever said anything about it in any of the videos that I've seen. It's not the seats, it's not the power seat, it's not the floor mats, it's not the front trunk. It's actually this right here. So you open that up, and it's hard to get a gauge, but I can fit almost my arm and hand all the way to my elbow in here. And I can tell you what, for South Georgia, that's a perfect place to put what my old friend Dick Moyles would call old painless. So let's open the doors right here. And there we go. This is not, this again, it's not a Prestige. Prestige would have the screens, but beautiful leather, super comfortable back here. Lots and lots of room. That's in my seating position. I got plenty of leg room, plenty of foot room. The really nice thing is this actually ramps up right here. So your feet aren't like flat. They kind of ramp up, and it's really nice. It's a really nice area to be in back here. You've got your climate control vents up here and down here. Plus you got heated seats. You got automatic climate control back here for both sides. So somebody could be over here at 80 and somebody could be at 60 over there. Obviously you have 12 volt and another couple USB-C ports out there. And voila, cup holders right there. And a nice little storage for the center console right there. Obviously, child safety latches, because if you're a kid in this car, you're going to be really, really comfy. You've got the panoramic sunroof. Obviously, your grab handles with your coat hooks integrated into them. A couple nice reading lights back here for you. And if I close the door, it's just super comfortable. Like I said, it's got that right there. And then you just pull the handle. So now, here's the thing with the handles, and this has been explained in a couple of videos. There's no mechanical connection until later. So watch, if I just, hear that? It just popped it. It's not like, it's electronic. So it's not, I didn't pull it all the way. And it's just an electronic, it's an electronic popper. But Bang & Olufsen audio system, really, really nice. These tires are really good. They are really, really, I'm just going to tell you, they did some NVH on this car because it is, I'm just saying, unbelievably quiet. There's a little thing right there. There's the rear view camera. Plus the rear view camera has a little washer in it, which is great. There is the trailer hitch with the 7-pin down there. Has the tonneau cover. We did some grocery shopping this morning, so that's been released there. Now, here's the thing that this has. It does have a spare. Obviously, there's your sub right there for the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Underneath the spare is, well, I have been told, I haven't seen it, but I've been told that that is where the air compressor lives. So I'll have to pull that out and do that. The really nice thing about this is this whole thing can come out, and while you're changing the tire, you can be resting your knees on this. So it's not, you're not getting all dirty on the floor. You can get this thing dirty and just clean that right up. But that's got a nice little handle on it, and then it just latches in place. Obviously you can close it from here and then close and lock it from there. So we're just going to do that. Trailer hitch is a rare option. The dual charging port is a rare option. You can't see it here, but the Audi symbol does light up, and these light up as well. So there's a Audi symbol that lights up down there. Obviously you've got the other seat here. These fold down. It does not make a perfectly flat load floor, but you can definitely get a lot more stuff in the car that way. And then the center console kind of makes it nice for the other passenger. So speaking of passenger, they still have the full power seat here with the lumbar. Obviously a Prestige model would have the these have ventilated seats, would have obviously the massaging function, which would have been great. The other thing I like too is when your turn signal's on, you can see it from here, and obviously your blind spot monitor lights up right here too as well. I'll tell you, there's another car in here. I like the front end. It looks really nice. It did have a plate bracket on it, but I took that off, seeing as how we don't need one where we live. And then there is not necessarily a frunk per se, but get that open, a little tight. But all your electronics, obviously don't touch those. Your AC, dual latches, typical German, washer fluid, battery monitors, all that kind of stuff. But then here, and this is a really nice latch, actually. It's nice, it's not so yucky like the other latches. And obviously this is it. There's really not a lot of room in here for much of anything except obviously the cable. This one does have a jack and everything, and haha, there it is. He told me that it was in the back, but it's actually in the front underneath this little false floor. So I guess if you don't need this stuff, you could take it out and maybe get some extra room for storing stuff up front. But I'm glad we found it. And now this little carpeted thing goes back in place, and there's your charger. Let me see, there's your big connector, your other connector that plugs into here for that, and that just goes down like that, and then nice little slam. But yeah, that is it. So I appreciate Eddie down there and all the gang that put this together for me. I basically did it all over the phone. I had to come in and sign a couple papers, and I was out of there. Look at our friend. Look at our friend the bee. Okay, the bee can go bye-bye. So this is going to be the perfect car. A couple of us just commute just down the road, less than a mile. So instead of running an internal combustion car, which is going to sludge up the engine because you're never letting it warm up or heat up or anything, we can run this. We can run this for a year, trade it out, get another one, and just keep going. The new A6 is, the Q6, I should say, is really, really cool. We sat in one there, and maybe in 10 months from now, that will be on its way. Really do love that paint. It's beautiful, beautiful paint, especially in the sunshine. But yeah, so this is the 24 Q8 e-tron. It's served us well so far. We had a really nice adventure coming back. Charging works really, really well. And I will say, you saw the Rivian videos and stuff, from 80 to 100, this thing doesn't slow down. The charging, it just keeps going. As opposed to the Rivian and some others that slow down, this just keeps ramping up until it's almost full. And then it slows down just a little bit, but charges up real quick. Obviously, we have a level 2 in the house. The hospital that we're near, they have level chargers over there too. So yeah, this is going to be a perfect car for what we have its purpose for. Also, you can give me a shout out. I've got the as you know, the 24 1794 Limited Tundra Edition is for sale. So if you want to hit me up in the comments below, let me know. It is ready for sale, and as you have seen in the other on the channel, the other things and upgrades that have been done on the vehicle. But anyway, this is it. Make sure, see if you can call them. Give them a call. There's his card. Audi New Orleans. Give him a hit him up, let him know what you're looking for, and hopefully he can find it for you, because I'm telling you, this car is great. And you have, I mean, short of a Rolls Royce, I'm not sure there's anything quieter than this. It is unbelievably quiet. And look at those big old brakes in there. Those are some monster brakes. So anyway, this is Gil. This is from the Straight Schmidt channel. Yeah. This is a great car. If you don't have a big commute and you're going to rent a car, if you take drives and stuff, this is definitely the car to get. The build quality on this, the driving dynamics of it, everything on this car is just really, really great. They really hit it out of the park. And leasing, I'm just telling you, leasing's really the way to go, because you definitely don't want to buy this and then try to trade it in a year or two, because it's going to tank in value. But the lease, yeah, hit him up. Hit Eddie up on that. He's going to give you some numbers that are going to blow your mind as far as how much it costs to lease this thing. And anyway, that is it. So Please like, subscribe. Let's grow this channel, and there's going to be more content coming.